Gillon McLaughlin, good morning.
Hey Neil, how you doing?
I'm okay. Sam Murray, Collingwood player, being investigated by ASADA. Do you know what drug he tested positive to?
Neil, I'm not going to be able to give you very much on all this. I got sort of pretty strict obligations and confidentiality requirements, so I really can't comment.
Okay, well, not on the specific case. What on the way it works now? What happens?
Again, I'm going to be able to, I can't comment because, and as I understand, in the last 10 minutes, Collingwood's put out a statement. I don't know if that's...
Collingwood has, I've got it, has been informed Sam Murray's under investigation by ASADA. They're leading the process. He's sought independent legal advice. Chief Executive Mark Anderson says Collingwood is unequivocally committed to the cause of eliminating drugs. We fully support anti-doping policies, won't preempt the outcome of ASADA. The welfare of the young man remains a priority. We're committed to providing the support he needs.
They may have got that, and Sam might have authorised that, and there might... But my obligations has been very clearly put to me a number of times that I'm not able to make any comment as the process plays out.
So what are your obligations to ASADA, to the player, to
under
supporters,
the ASADA code, to which we're a signatory, it's to confidentiality, and I'm not able to comment. I think it's now been confirmed there is a process on foot. I couldn't have even confirmed that before.
Yes.
Other than that, again, my advice is I'm not allowed to comment on any part of the process as it plays out. And I'm sorry that's...
No, I can understand not talking on the specific incident, but aren't we able to talk about, well, what the rules are? And if you are found guilty of using a performance-enhancing drug on match day...
What happens is that, under the theory, distinct from this... If a player was tested on match day of taking if a positive result came up, this is the theory of it rather than pertaining to this case. Then there'd be a B sample tested 21 days later, and then that's the process that plays here.
It's reported that for offences that such as you describe, you could get a 4-year ban if found guilty. Is that right, Tina?
Well, there are provisions in the code for a 4-year ban in the right circumstances, but again, that's a statement of fact rather than having any relationship with the case at hand.
Yeah, I understand that, but are you able to say why does a case like this become public? There is some degree of confidentiality around.
There is. I'm bemused about this, but when more than a couple of people know, Neil, and Collingwood was confirmed, it was advised some time ago, and the player advised, and they have legal advice and others, then there is a percentage chance of it coming out.
In a situation where you've got a player under investigation, are they able to play, or are they suspended pending a decision?
Again, I'm not going to comment on that because it goes to a whole series of aspects of the ASADA code.
Okay. So you're not allowed really to talk about the ASADA code?
Well, under the obligations of confidentiality, under being a signatory and a partner in that, then I'm not. I'm sorry.
That's nonsense, isn't it?
Well, that's your view.
Let's put this kid aside. Forget about him entirely. We all want sport to be clean. Supporters want it to be clean. Supporters are concerned about it being clean. Isn't it reasonable that they understand the way the system works?
Well, the system works. I can talk about how the system works, Neil. But
isn't part of the system work? You say, well, if a player's under investigation, can they play?
What happens is that there's a risk of then muddying conflating the two, which is the theory of the code and what is at foot here. The core about the confidentiality is that people are right. There's a presumption of innocence here. There's people's, I think there's a right. They have a right to respect the process and the confidentiality of it.
Yeah. But as a Collingwood supporter, then you're getting specific. If, as any club supporter, if a player is under investigation, I want to know whether they're able to play or not, because that's what matters to me, getting him on the paddock. And we can't answer that.
I'll let, if Collingwood or the player or anyone else wants to make a comment on that, they can do that.
Oh, they can comment, but you can't.
Well, I know what my obligations are.
Well, maybe they don't because they've already commented.
Yeah.
Are they in breach of their obligations here?
Again, I'll be interested to see how all that plays out.
Goodness me, it sounds it's almost Stalinist to say.
No, it's just that I'm really clear on it, so I just can't comment. It's come out this morning, and I'm erring clearly and boring you by erring on the side of caution at every juncture.
No, it's not boring me. It's frustrating though. I mean, look. I'll take it up with Asada. What you're saying is you're governed as a signatory. You're governed by the rules they've imposed.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Well, we've got to talk to them about
Talk to them. Yeah.
changing.
And I could talk broadly about the code, Neil. The risk at the moment is, as I said, you get the thing caught up in the tune. It looks like you're making a comment on the case at foot.
The caller just made the point the Collingwood situation with Sam Murray was first reported on the AFL website.
Yeah.
Mistake?
Well, no, it's not a mistake. There's independent journalists, and that's why it's a sort of very credible news source. It's Damien Barrett, who works for Channel 9 and Triple M. He also has a contract with us. And, we weren't aware of it clearly when it went up. The editorial team made that decision.
Has it been removed?
It was taken down for a while, where it was. My head of legal rang me at about early doors saying, and I authorised. I said ring the head of the thing, and they pulled it down and changed some wording to satisfy the lawyers.
Okay.
But that's what happens when you hire independent journalists.
Yeah, they're dangerous, buddy.
Neil,